number 84, Sterling Thompson, and number 91, Cam.
Are you going to tell your sign? Everybody go kind of look towards the innocent sign. All right, now let's put that head on. All right, there we go. All right. Stay right there.
Auburn football player Jakell Mitchell was shot and killed Sunday morning. According to the Associated Press, police responded to shots being fired from the Tiger Lodge apartment complex located right outside the Auburn campus. He was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. 18-year-old Mitchell was a freshman at Auburn University and was redshirting this season, but was expected to compete for the starting H-back and tight end position next year. Auburn's athletic director tweeted out Sunday, "The Auburn family is grieving the loss of a teammate and friend, Jakell Mitchell. We are praying for his family." Auburn Police Captain Will Matthews says the investigation is ongoing and no suspects are in custody. Sunday's shooting happened at the same apartment complex where two Auburn football players, along with a third man, were shot and killed in 2012.
If you followed early 2010 college football, you might have heard whispers of the name Jakell Mitchell. As a high schooler, he was skilled and talented enough that he had many scouts paying attention to him. So it was not surprising when he got a college football scholarship, with many probably fully expecting him to go pro when the time came. However, the time never came, and the story of how that happened is quite tragic. But first, for a little backstory, Jakell Leonard Mitchell, born to Mario and Arlisha Mitchell, some might say that he was destined to play football. His dad played both high school and college football and was a principal player in both teams. However, he decided to move on from football after graduating from college, settling with his family in Opelika, Alabama, where Jakell was born. So it's possible that Mario managed to pass on his love for football to his son Jakell, and he did it quite early on. Interestingly, Jakell didn't start with football, he started with baseball. Mario happened to run a Little League baseball team, and Jakell was a part of that as soon as he was old enough. By the time he hit middle school, though, Jakell's love for sports had grown and expanded, spurring him to join his school's football, basketball, and track and field teams. On track and field, he was mostly a thrower, participating in shot put, discus, and javelin throwing competitions. He actually won a competition in discus throw when he was in middle school. Interestingly, Jakell continued to be this versatile with sports in high school. He entered Opelika High School in the fall of 2010, where his brother Jamario was a senior, and he continued to show his incredible talents in all the sports that he was involved in. In football, he helped lead his team to the school's first AHCA Class 6A state championship game in his junior year. In that same year, just after the football season, he led his basketball team to a number 15 ranking in Class 6A, the highest ranked finish in the school's history. And for track and field, he actually managed to qualify for the state championship in long jump. Incredibly, he still managed to hold down the learning part of things as he made all of these exploits in the world of sports. His football coach at the time, Brian Blackman, once praised him for being a driven young man, doing what needs to be done in the classroom, weight room, and practice field. He was truly one of those jack of all trades, but he was somehow a master of all. So it was no surprise at all that he had a lot of scouts courting him, even though he couldn't play any sport during his senior year due to a knee injury. As a junior, he received offers from the top 3 Division I college football teams, Florida State, Auburn, and Michigan State. He also received offers from Alabama, LSU, Wisconsin, Duke, Vanderbilt, UCLA, and his dad's alma mater, Troy. And whether it was because of these offers or he just loved football more, it seemed like Jakell had decided that he would be going the football route in college. Before he even graduated high school, Jakell had accepted the offer from Auburn, formally announcing his commitment to the team on May 25, 2013. He was Auburn's 8th overall commitment for the class of 2014 and was one of 3 Opelika High School alumni on the Auburn roster. But when he officially joined the team after graduating high school, he was redshirted to give him time to bulk up, and they needed him to bulk up because they wanted him in the tight end role. Unfortunately, the promising future that lay ahead of Jakell Mitchell took a devastating turn one fateful night when he decided to attend a party outside an apartment building. It was just a couple of months after he graduated from Opelika High and started training with Auburn. And the party was at the Tiger Lodge apartment complex, which was only accessible by passcode. But that doesn't matter because the person that pulled the trigger wasn't a stranger. Jakell's girlfriend, Ayanna Hewley, would later say that the whole thing started as a verbal altercation with Tyrone Rowe in the parking lot. According to Ayanna, Tyrone's cousin then pulled out a gun to shoot Jakell and continued to shoot him even after he had fallen to the ground. Jakell apparently also had a gun on him and managed to fire some shots, but not enough to off his shooter.
Auburn University football player, 18-year-old Jakell Mitchell, was shot multiple times early Sunday near an off-campus apartment complex. Police arrested 22-year-old Jakell Hart in connection with the freshman's death. The shooting happened at the same complex where 2 former Auburn football players were killed in a 2012 shooting.
Jakell DeAndre Hart would later claim that he fired his own shots in self-defense and he didn't have a choice. Jakell died as he was being driven to the hospital. However, while it wasn't exactly a secret who fired the shots, and Hart was actually arrested just 10 hours after the altercation, he wasn't sentenced until more than 3 years after. In a 2018 ruling, Hart pled guilty to the manslaughter of Jakell Mitchell and was given a 10-year split sentence with 3 years probation.